I've been in the dorm already. A lot of us were really worried about other students coming in. What is the school going to do bringing in students? If something happens in the dormitory, then all of us are affected. And we didn't really agree with that 100%.
Pero recién estudiantes nuevos están llegando. Entonces es peligroso para nosotros porque nosotros ya hemos cumplido el periodo de 15 días, pero al llegar personas nuevas que son de aquí, Corea, o incluso de otros países que tienen que pasar los servicios públicos como buses o los aviones también, nos ponen en riesgo a todos los que estamos aquí.
They opened it for students who needed to stay, but at the same time, they also, by allowing more people to come in, it's also putting us at risk.
Al principio, cuando tenía que aplicar a mis materias y tuve que aplicar para paper, no me respondían los profesores, entonces era una angustia interna.
There are some students who they live in countries that don't really have good internet connection. It's really difficult for them to load the video and do the Zoom classes. Some of them, they're falling behind of classes because of that problem. There are also students who, because of the time difference, they have to take their classes at weird times like 3 a.m., 5 a.m. As an international student, a lot of us, we feel very restricted. There's nothing we can do to help change what's happening, or there's nothing we could do to make sure that our circumstances are taken into consideration. When we were waiting for the school's decision, a lot of us, we were really stressed and we were really frustrated because no matter what we say, the school isn't going to listen to us. Sometimes it feels like it doesn't matter what we say, nothing's going to change. We just give up. We just keep quiet and we just go with what the school tells us to do.
Sí hay un poco más de empatía por los estudiantes que son coreanos, ya que son ciudadanos de este país, y a veces sí se siente un poco como el abandono, que somos extranjeros. Entonces creo que es algo que se debería cambiar, ya que la universidad es Global University.
In student government, there is the global department. And I think the global department's goal has always been to breach the gap between Koreans and international students. We had Carmichael students representing us in student government, but we never really had an international student representing. I think it's really good that Carmichael Korean students are helping us. I think what they experience or what they think we experience is different from what international students actually experience. And so this semester, I know that there are 2 international students who are in student government right now. Because of that, they are working a lot better to understand international students. It never really happened in the past. International students were never involved in student politics, in student government specifically. ISU, it worked to have events like culture night and all that, but it never really worked to gather our voices and give it to the school as a representative. This semester, that is all going to change because I know that they're working hard to fix this problem, but I think they're still starting out, and that's why we feel like nobody's listening to us. OIA, it's more of school staff trying to help international students as much as they can because they're not students and they're not a student organization. It's a little bit difficult for us to be represented through OIA.
ISU가 이번 학기에 이런 힘든 상황에도 잘 정착할 수 있게 도와주고 같이 협업하면서 국제학생들이 필요한 부분을 알아보고 있는 데 집중하고 있습니다. 이제 학생단체 측도 각 국의 입출국 정책들을 현재 파악을 해서 이 정보들을 어떻게 학교에 전달할지를 논의 중입니다. 당연히 학교는 최대한 많은 학생들을 배려하려고 노력은 하지만 어찌됐건 국제학생들이 소수이기 때문에 거기에서 오는 어쩔 수 없는 피해를 국제학생들이 현재 지금 겪고 있는 부분이고 국제학생들을 도와주려는 단체들이 되게 많이 노력을 하고 있습니다.
As an international student, just to share with all of Handong, a lot of us, we've been very stressed for the past month, not just because we're worried about ourselves. I think the main thing that we've been stressed about was also regarding our families back home. When Corona exploded in Korea, our parents were worried about us, but then now that it's exploding everywhere else in the world, we have to start worrying about them. And I think this causes a lot of emotional, like mental stress for us. And I think I personally have experienced that because like staying here, I had to worry about my studies, but at the same time I had to worry like, oh, should I go home now? Should I go home to be with my family right now? Because it's not serious, it's real and it's scary. Like for example, I have a friend, recently his close family member passed away and he couldn't go for the funeral because the flights were cancelled and because he had classes here. So I think that's a burden that we have. It's like we are scared. What if something happens to our loved ones and we can't go home? On top of all the worries about our studies and the school and communication and all that, we are also worried about our personal lives.